Hey, my name's Charles with clectric.diy. Got a pretty blue box in the mail, and I wanted to share with you what's inside of it because hopefully, if it all checks out, it's going to be coming to a store near you very soon. Here's what it is. Pretty blue box. Not sponsored, but if you know, you know. And let's see what's inside of it. I will admit that I have already opened this up to remove any incriminating evidence, but what I have done is I have made what I'm calling charge cards to go into your breadboard with various components that I'm building out for an AE modular system. Obviously, you can use it for any electronics project, especially synth DIY stuff. But I created this. We sell these proto boards on store.clectric.diy. I made this with one of these AE modular format proto boards and the Daisy Seed, and it worked to some extent, but a lot of the components that I want to use are too small to fit on here, and then likewise the components that I had that are breadboard compatible were too big and annoying. So like I said, I created these charge cards, little breakout boards for various components. So I'm going to put the box over here to the side and we'll go through them one by one. The first one, hopefully that box won't fall. First one, I haven't opened this yet, but they are for potentiometers. So like I said, super simple breakout board. This one doesn't have any extra components on it, and it is designed to fit I don't have one over my shoulder at the moment, but one of these little RK09 sized potentiometers, and I will put all these together, put some headers and the components onto them, and make another video just to show that we can go through each one of them. So that is the potentiometer one, and then I've got a surprise feature. We'll try to open that one last. But the next one up is fun. The next one up is this, which is for the encoder that I plan to use. So really why I created these was I'm looking for a way that I can test each individual component of the larger synth module that I'm making. Small synth module, but larger than this. And I forgot to do the obligatory quarter for scale on the previous one. But the encoder, you may see down here at the bottom, it's got RGB listed on it. So it's a AB encoder with a push button switch and an LED, RGB LED on it. So this one's going to be a lot of fun. Put this thing in frame just for reference of what we're trying to do. So the encoder, that's this one here on the back, and all it is it's basically as if you're pushing a button, click 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 click, and then there is a push button as well if you do that. So then the next component or next card is, and this one's kind of funny because you lose scale sometimes when you're working in KiCad. And this is a whole lot smaller than I thought it was going to be when I was designing it, but that is okay because I'm trying to fit as many of these breakout boards onto a breadboard as I need to or can. So it being small is not a big deal. And what this is, LED. RGB LED, tiny little thing right there, and resistors so that it doesn't blow up when you plug it in. So that's the next one. That one's a surprise. We'll do that one next. Nope, we're going to do that one now because it has to do with the surprise. So the next one are these, which are, again, potentiometers. This time, though, they have an LED on board. These are the potentiometers that I'm planning to use on my module. They are clear. There's another company online that did a cool trick where they put the LED underneath it, and I had wondered if it would work myself, and saw the one that they created, and then this is the one that I've created, and we'll see how it looks when we plug it in. Keep that one out for a second to show you this, which is the WS2811 chip. What this is a controller that allows you to hook up an RGB LED and use the SPI format to control the a string of lights, or one or more lights using the SPI protocol. And there is a company, Adafruit, that calls these NeoPixels individually addressable LEDs, and this chip is the one that's obviously very microscopic on the chips that are here. So it might be that just that one little LED had one of these on board so that it can be individually addressable. So this one, what this does is it allows me to hook this up so that this potentiometer can be individually addressable. On the Daisy pod, which is what I am sort of recreating in the, or cloning into the AE modular format. The Daisy pod has two lights for their, basically it would be the Daisy pod has an encoder, two potentiometers, two switches, and then two lights is basically the control interface. And had this idea to put the potentiometer, or the LED rather, under the potentiometer. And so these are going to be the same wiring as the Daisy pod, so that you can just hook up RGB regular to these two LEDs. This was the light up encoder that I found, and I couldn't resist, so I put it on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the WS2811 so that you'll interface with this light differently than you will these two, but you'll be able to light them all three up. This is the one extra that I'm going above what the pod had. I'm really trying to make it feature compatible one-to-one, but I could not resist using a light up encoder since I would have these light up potentiometers as well. So that's the collection of these seed charge, and I've thrown them all over here, but bottom line is you've got the potentiometer without the LED by itself, the LED with the potentiometer, and then the WS2811 chips so that you can light up any of these LEDs as individually addressable LEDs. So anyway, that's what I've got. Like I said, I am going to wire these up, put some headers on them, have another video later on where I show you them in use, but provided that they work, they're going to be available to you at store.clectric.diy, store.clectric.diy. Grab yourself a charge card. These will help you develop your synth DIY project, or really any project that uses a breadboard. And anyway, go out and have some fun with these, make something cool, share it online, and show us all. Take care.